Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. It is time to update my deco panning again. This project was created by Emilynmax. She created this project quite a few years ago now and it's definitely taken off. It's a fan favorite here on YouTube. A lot of people love this project and so do I. It is probably one of the only like prompt-based type of projects that I'm doing, apart from like my panel slideshows which I'm using prompts for. But it's kind of more freestyle type of project. This is like the only one that I do on my channel because I love it so much. So I am gonna jump into the video, but before I do that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So starting off with the product that's been in the longest. I always do that in all of my projects, and the one that has been in the absolute longest is this product right here, which I believe I rolled in for a mainstream brand, and that is Charlotte Tilbury. And I decided to go with this lipstick right here, which is the shade Pillow Talk Medium, which is a really beautiful shade. It looks like this. It is actually on the list of products I want to finish this year, but as you can see, that's not gonna happen. But I did roll it into this project as a usage goal, so I can get a little bit of a head start on it, because I hadn't rolled it into my Project Apocalypse or anything like that yet. But since I rolled this one in springtime, I knew I wouldn't reach for it that much because it is more of an autumnal kind of shade. So I decided to put a 30 use goal on it, and it has taken me quite a long time to get there. But at the last update I was sitting at 25 uses, and since then I have reached for it the 5 additional times. So I finally will be rolling this lipstick out. This is how much, like how it looks. I will show you as well the progress lines, how much it moved after those 30 uses. You can see it right there, so not much. And by the way, I count every single reapplication as one use as well. So it didn't move very much within 30 uses, but that was kind of like expected, I guess, because this is a very stiff formula. It's a very pigmented formula, but very stiff. So it applies quite like thinly on the lips, which is very comfortable and very nice. Like, I love the formula of these, but it doesn't really help much with panning. So this product right here will be rolling out as I've hit my usage goal on this, and we'll see if I end up rolling it into another project this year just to get some more use out of it. And again, I know that I won't be able to finish this one this year, but if I can get some more progress on it, that would be amazing. Then moving on to the product that's been in the second longest, and that is actually something that I rolled in for the Joker prompt. So if you're unaware of the Joker prompt, if you haven't done this product yourself or if you haven't been watching it too much, the Joker prompt basically should like represent something that you really don't want to pan. It's like, are you joking me? That kind of reaction, I guess. So what I decided to roll in was this glitter right here. This one comes from MAC. It is the glitter I used in green, and it is like an actual glitter, not like a pigment. So there's a couple of reasons why I rolled this one in. First of all, the color is quite a vibrant green couple shade, which means that I don't reach for it too much. It's also like a standalone container, and it is also very messy obviously because it's loose. So it is not a product that I reach for very much, and I have definitely struggled with this one throughout its time in the project. The first month I didn't reach for it at all. The second month I only reached for it one time. And that was last update, but since then I actually have reached for it 5 times, which sounds really good, but I actually only used it in like one context, and that is on my nails. I absolutely love this one on my nails. I did it like how I count my nail polishes, because I have 5 fingers. I count that as 5 uses because I found in the past if I count that as 1 use, it doesn't really like correlate well with the amount of progress you get on product, I guess. So that's why I count 5 uses, and that's how I got the 5 uses out of this one. I can see some use on this one now. I can see a little bit of like gapping there on the side. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera. So it is getting used, which is amazing, and I absolutely loved it on my nails. I really enjoyed it. I was thinking about maybe doing it again for this video, but I didn't. I might do it for the next update, which is the time I'm hoping I can roll this one out. But I'm sitting at 6 uses now and I have 9 more to go, which is quite a lot. But if I do it on my nails one more time, that would be 11 uses, and then I would just have to figure out how to wear it on my eyes 4 times in the next month. And I think that would be doable because it would be nice to roll this one out. 15 uses doesn't seem like a high usage goal, but it's probably one of the products that I would struggle with the most, and that is why it's taking a little bit longer to roll it out. Another product that I have been struggling with, kind of surprisingly, is this one right here, and this is the Say blush. This is the Glow Sculpt blush in Mauve Glow, and I can't remember now what I rolled this one in for, so I will put it on screen if I can find it, but I think it might have been cream or something like that, cream or liquid. I think that's what it was. But I rolled this one in for 10 uses. It is a blush that I hadn't really used yet. I got it in an advent calendar, so I didn't pick it up myself. And because of that, I think I wasn't like super excited to reach for it straight away. And it kind of sitting in the drawers. But I rolled this one in for, like I said, for a 10 usage goal. And in the first month it was in the project, I reached for it once, so not too much. And this past month I have reached for it 2 additional times. I'm sitting at 3 uses. With this product, it is something that I kind of forget about because since it is a cream product, I would ideally want to put it on before I powder my face, and that's how I did it today. I did remember to use it today, so the second use of this month is today. And I really like the effect. I am wearing a cream blush, or like a lipstick as a cream blush as underpainting, but this is the blush that I have on top, and it's the only blush I'm wearing on top of my foundation, and I do really like it. I think it looks really nice. But I need to still play around and see if this one works over powder, because if it does, I will be able to reach for this one much more, because that's usually when I apply my blush, and that's usually when I realize that, damn, I should have put this on before I powdered. So I said this last month too, but I will try to play around with it, maybe even like before I take my makeup off in the evening. I might just like powder my face and then put this one on just to see how it works, but yeah, I haven't done that. I still forgotten to do it in the last month, so we'll see if I get around to that next month. If I can, I definitely think I'll be able to roll this one out next month, because I only have 7 more uses to go on it. Then we have 2 more prompts, which are both eyeshadows, and they're both No Plan Left Behind. So first up we have this palette right here, which I did roll in for the prompt No Plan Left Behind, and this is the Oden's Eye Hate Radio palette. So it is a palette I hadn't reached for this year, but I really do like the color story, so I wanted to give it some love, and that's why I rolled this palette in. It has been in for 2 months now, and as you can see here, I have kind of ticked off when I've used stuff, so you can get an overview right there, but you might be able to see that all of the boxes are now ticked, and I have been able to hit No Plan Left Behind on it. I had slightly more than half the palette left to reach for, and as you might be able to see, all the blue X's were from last month, and then the purple ones are from this month. So that's how I differentiated it, and I did actually have 2 shades left to reach for today, so I incorporate them into this look, and that is this shade right here and then this here. So this is the kind of blue that I'm wearing on my outer corner, or like outer part of my lid, and then this kind of grey charcoal shade I am wearing on my lower lash line. So those were the last 2 shades for this palette that I needed to reach for, and I did complete No Plan Left Behind on this one today, so I will be rolling this palette out as well. And then the final product that I have is my kind of BYO piece. I did have the round single one as well last month, but I rolled that one out, so I had my Cleona one left, and I do want to reach No Plan Left Behind on this product. And what I rolled it in for was the prompt Focus, which is basically a prompt that helps you bring focus back to your planning goals for the year. And my planning goals, I had 2 channels that fell into this prompt, and that was one that I want to reach for all of my singles this year, so obviously doing No Plan Left Behind on all of these definitely helps. And 2 is to reach for what I want in the year, and since these palettes are kind of my way of having some of the shades that I want to reach for at the moment easily accessible, I thought that kind of tied into that prompt. So I will show you the prompt now. So similar thing here, the kind of turquoise blue X's were from last month, and the purple ones are from this month. And as you might be able to see, I have created, I have hit No Plan Left Behind on this one too, and I did have also less products in here compared to the Oden's Eye palette, but I did hit No Plan Left Behind on the remaining shades. And I did have 1 shade that I needed to use today, and that is this shade right here called Monarch. So that is the kind of peachy, kind of warmer shade that I'm wearing on my inner lid today. And with that shade, again, I have hit No Plan Left Behind on this palette, so it will be rolling out. So those are all the products I'm working on. I worked on 5 products in this project, so those are all 5. And 3 of the prompts, or 3 of the products, are rolling out, which is super exciting. I'm gonna get a bit of a refresh. The ones that are staying in is my MAC Glitter, that is staying in with 9 more uses to go. And then we have my Say Blush, and with that one I have 7 more uses to go. So those are staying in the project, but the other 3 are rolling out. So I do have my deck of cards right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick 3 cards. I'm just gonna go ahead and like shuffle it up in my hands before. There's 1 joker in here, so I could get another joker prompt, depending what happens. We'll see what happens when I pick a card, but There is a possibility to get another joker, but again, hopefully I won't. But I have shuffled it and I will cut the deck as well. And we're just going to pick the top 3 cards. So the first card we get is this one right here. It is the Jack of Spades. And that right now, a black Jack is, let me check, mainstream. Okay, so that is a mainstream brand, something from that category. So we'll see what that is. Next up we have 2 of clubs, and 2 of clubs is bronzer. No, sorry, not bronzer. That was 3 of clubs. Matte. Okay, so I could pick a lot of things for that, but that is the second prompt. And then the third and final card is, what's that? 7 of diamonds. So 7 of diamonds is glittery. All right. So those are my 3 prompts. We have mainstream, matte, and glittery. So I will go ahead and pick out some products for those 3 prompts, and I will be back. So I'm back and I have picked out my 3 new products, and we're going to start off with this one right here. So this is a blush. So I'm actually rolling another blush into the project. Might not be the smartest idea, but I'm gonna do it because this is a product that I've been really excited to try. I got this one sent to me from Kiora. She has sent me over some palettes, and last time she sent me over some palettes, she also included a couple other freebies that she was declaring for my collection, and one of them being this blush. I have always been really intrigued by this Too Faced Love Flush formula. And this here is the shade California Love, which is a very kind of pale color. It looks like this. So it's a very kind of buildable, again, pale-ish color. So I think it's going to be easy to incorporate. I have swatched it down there. So it's, again, a very, very light blush. But it's also very different from other blushes that I'm panning. So I don't think it's going to be too hard to incorporate this one. And I'm just intrigued by the formula, and I haven't reached for it yet. So I'm excited to do so. And I had decided to roll this one in for 10 uses. Actually, all of the products I'm rolling in today, I have decided to go for 10 uses. But this is the first product, and that is for the prompt mainstream. Then the second prompt that I rolled was matte. And I could have gone for the blush for matte because that is a matte blush, but I decided to go with this here, which is a lipstick. And this is the Matte X formula. So matte is actually in the name of the formula from Colourpop. And this is the shade Chateau. So it's actually another lipstick that is on the list of products I want to pan this year, but I haven't worked on it yet this year. And it's a very kind of deep autumnal type of shade. I thought that this would be the right time of the year to roll this one in. It's hard for me to reach for these type of deeper lips and stuff like that now because I do have my baby. But I have decided to roll this one in for 10 uses. I think, again, I should be able to do that, and I can wear it for filming and stuff like that. Or just when I'm out and about and I don't have to worry about getting it on her. But yeah, I'm going to roll this one in for 10 uses too. So that I can at least get some use out of this one, even though I probably won't be able to pan it fully this year. And then lastly we had the prompt glittery, and for glittery I decided to go with this product right here, which is an eyeshadow, as you can see. And this is actually a pressed glitter from Glam Shop. It is the shade Stos, S-Z-T-O-S. Which is an absolutely beautiful kind of pressed glitter formula. It does have a little bit of a base color as well. And they're just super stunning. I really love this formula from Glam Shop. And similar to the other shades I think I'm rolling this one in for 10 uses. Maybe I'll be able to hit pan on this one within 10 uses, maybe not. But I'm really excited to reach for this one. And compared to the MAC glitter that I have in this project, this one is definitely going to be easy to reach for because it does kind of adhere on its own. And it's not as messy because it's not loose, and it's also much more of a wearable color. It's so pretty. It has like this kind of warm brown base that goes from a green to like a really beautiful purpley violet. I don't know if you can pick that up at all, but I can definitely see it on camera. It does also have some like turquoise and blue in between those shifts, and it's absolutely stunning. So very excited to reach for this one. And again, I'm rolling it for 10 uses. Maybe I can pan on it within those 10 uses, maybe not, we'll see. But those are all the 3 products that I decided to roll in, and you have them again swatched right there. So I think I can actually wear all these in one look. That would be quite nice. But I'm gonna see how far it takes me to reach the goals on these products. I feel like I'm putting in some like looser goals in this project now compared to what I have done in the past, but I feel like I'm a bit overwhelmed with all my projects, so that's just kind of what I'm comfortable with at the moment. I'm also not wearing makeup as like every single day like I used to, so yeah, I think it's better with slightly less usage in this product, so I can actually roll some products out instead of sitting with the same products for months and months and months. But that is going to be it for today. Make sure to check out Emily. She will be linked down below, as well as the collaboratory playlist, of course. And other than that, I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.